All right, hello. Welcome to Game 4 of Warriors Mavericks. I'm here as your play-by-play announcer, BJ Brent 17, owner of the Celtics, and I'm here today with Dangle, owner of the Bucks, making his first appearance. What's up?
I'm excited to be here, ready to commentate on a good series.
Yeah, the last two games of the series have been highly competitive and entertaining, both very high-scoring games. Golden State was able to come out on top in Game 3, so they're up 2-1 in the series. We're seeing an interesting lineup change from Dallas. First they're starting JJ Redick now, who they did not start last game, but more interestingly, they got Aaron Gordon at the center and Jonas Valanciunas at the power forward. How do you think that's going to go?
I'm not sure how it's going to go, but when you're playing the Warriors, you kind of got to change it up and be unexpected because if you do what they expect, I think they're going to roll over you. So, guys done crazy stuff and it's worked in the series earlier, so why not try again?
For sure. This series wasn't really expected to be this close, especially after Game 1, which was about a 40-point blowout for Golden State. But I saw Golden State is also starting Justin Holiday today. I don't believe they've done that before. So
I respect them for changing it up too.
Yeah, interesting lineup
Both
changes
teams
for
have
both.
been back and forth, so keeping each other on their toes, and I think it's what's making it pretty interesting.
Well, as you see the lineups there as you get ready to start the game. And the tip-off goes to Dallas. Aaron Gordon wins the tip-off over Hassan Whiteside. Strategy already working.
The 2020 NBA dunk champion, right? He's got some hops.
Yeah, who should have been the 2020 NBA dunk champion, yeah.
That's why I already gave him the title. He earned it.
True. Yeah. Anyways, Whiteside picks up his first foul early. Very early. Chris Paul out in the perimeter. Looking to do something. Only 5 seconds left on the shot clock now. JJ Redick, who's been a huge force so far in this series, hits the 2 early bucket for JJ. Redick is averaging 22 points this series, which is quite a big uptick from his regular season outputs.
And last year, too, in the playoffs, he was almost unplayable because of how he was on streams, and now he's become a key player for the Mavericks.
And there's JJ again. 2 buckets in the first minute of the game for JJ Redick. A 4-0 lead for Dallas.
On pace right now to like 100-0, so that's a pretty good start.
That is a pretty good start. We got Steph Curry coming off ball to get the ball. He'll drive on Chris Paul. And the and one for Steph Curry. Obviously, Chris Paul, as we know, a terrific defender, but unable to stop the genius of Steph Curry there. Chris Paul drives right by Curry and back out. Valanciunas in the post. Valanciunas, no good.
Whiteside's still on Valanciunas, so it's a matchup that State planned for, even though Valanciunas was starting at the 4.
Dallas has Evan Fournier on Steph Curry now. Not sure if that's a matchup they said or if that was a switch that happened. Klay Thompson, long 2. Not the best shot, especially in today's NBA. Chris Paul back out on the other end, guarded by Curry. Chris Paul doing a dance. Fournier into Valanciunas, blocked by Whiteside, blocked again. Gordon back up and in, and 1 for Aaron Gordon. Well, the center, Aaron Gordon, gets a 3-point play.
Playing big down low. That's what they envisioned when they put him down there.
Yeah, Valanciunas couldn't get it done after he got blocked. Oh, and back on the other end, Valanciunas blocks Klay Thompson. JJ Redick guarded by Steph Curry. That's definitely a matchup they could exploit as Valanciunas, easy pickings for him in the paint. And for the Warriors, we have Klay Thompson and Steph Curry both averaging about 30 points a game in the first 3 games of the playoffs, and Kevin Durant averaging 27. Those are obviously the 3 main scorers. But they've also gotten some contributions off the bench from Patty Mills, averaging almost 10 points in the playoffs. So I'm interested to see what he can do today. Dallas back on the other end. Golden State's offense starting a little bit sluggishly as Aaron Gordon's got this matchup on Curry. Yeah, no chance there for Steph Curry. 11-3 lead for Dallas. This interesting lineup they're running is actually working so far.
They got off to a hot start. That really makes you feel good. If you can start out fast and the Warriors come from behind, that's kind of your ideal situation.
Back down the other end as Whiteside missed the bunny. JJ Redick in the paint, nowhere to go, back out. Fournier, mid-range, good. Dallas is coming out on fire today. They are hyped up to playing in front of their home crowd. Klay Thompson.
It's kind of like a must-win for him.
Yeah, this definitely is a must-win for him. Going back to Golden State down 3-1 would not be an ideal situation for him. Chris Paul takes a long two, no good. Warriors should need to get something rolling in their offense. Yeah, Kevin Durant taking shots is probably where they want to go. So, Dangle, would you say this has been the most entertaining series of the playoffs so far?
I mean, I think it's been entertaining. Like, every game, aside from the first one, was pretty close, and not many people are expecting it, so I think a lot of people like to tune in for the underdog, so I think it's been the most entertaining. There's been some good series, too. The Charlotte-Miami series has been pretty good as well. Obviously, the Minnesota-Pelicans series, which is tied 2-2, that's been a pretty solid series as well.
Definitely, as the Warriors continue to struggle on the other end, Aaron Gordon going right up and over Kevin Durant. 3 for 3 shooting for Aaron Gordon so far. Perfect, 100%. Warriors need to get some of their shooters open. You know, they have a lot of them. Let's see if Curry or Klay can get open. Klay wide open there. Yep, that's what they needed.
Been kind of carrying them so far, it seems like. Someone else to step up.
Steph Curry's been struggling a lot. He hasn't been able to get open looks. And, they've been pretty slow and lackadaisical on the defensive end as Chris Paul bangs home another 3. 10-point lead for Dallas with 6:30 left in the first quarter.
This is one of the hottest starts from a team in the playoffs so far. I pace for 40 this quarter.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of high-scoring games in the playoffs. Lots of teams averaging 120 points or so. You know, I believe the Bucks averaged 142 points. I'm looking at it in their first 3 games of the playoffs, and I think they scored 140 again. So I'm sure you'll be happy about that.
I'm not complaining, that's for sure. Our defense was a little iffy, but our offense scores that much. I guess you can't afford to give some up. But yeah, there's been some good high-scoring games. Teams really showing some real firepower out there.
Yeah, and in this series, Golden State averaging 128, while Dallas averaging 116. The first game skewed the stats a little bit, but Dallas has been very competitive in the other 2 games.
It's pretty interesting. They won game 2 and kept game 3 really close and to an early lead here, and it's I mean, obviously, I don't think anyone really expected Dallas to do much, but it's been a pretty good showing.
Back on the other end after a Valanciunas bucket. The Warriors looking for some quick offense here. Gets to Curry in the middle, and he passes back out to an open Durant. Splashes. You don't generally see Steph Curry pass the ball out once he's in the paint, but
Wants to get Durant to feel it, you know. Team ball there.
For sure, and you know they have 3 almost near 30 points per game scorers here in the playoffs. You want to get them all going. Valanciunas is on fire. Look at that. Maybe the switch to power forward really propelled him to start playing better, despite the matchups being the same. Justin Holiday, probably not the guy you want handling the ball right now. Steph Curry. Yep, easy little jumper there for Steph. That's too easy. You don't want to get him going with those easy shots. You got to contest him.
If he gets fire going too, he's almost unbeatable. You're not going to be able to defend his shots if he starts getting hot.
And another bucket for the Dallas Mavericks as the Warriors have found no way to stop them on that end. Curry to Durant. Thompson for three, and lots of green releases from the Warriors. Their shots are always so pretty. And even off the dribble shots being made by Klay Thompson, which is not something you see very often. Chris Paul driving, step back, nothing there. Chris Paul takes the shot, no good. Rebound by Hassan Whiteside. Durant pulls up on the break, no good. That's probably, you probably want to see Kevin Durant drive towards the rim with his 7-foot stature.
Especially against a team that's not necessarily very tall in the wing positions.
Chris Paul stripped by Klay Thompson. He sees Whiteside open in the paint, slammed down. Warriors playing a little bit more defense now in the last couple possessions. Could be a turning point in this game.
If they can slow down the Mavericks, they're going to have enough offense to be able to beat them.
Chris Paul back on the other end, no good. Whiteside with the board. Chris Paul shooting 1 for 5. Not a great start offensively for him. Kevin Durant hits the three. Back to a 4-point game, and that's what Golden State can do to you. Lure you into a little bit of a trap. They go down 12, and all of a sudden it's back to 4. Redick for 3, no good. Mavericks may need a timeout here. Their starters are... Oh, never mind. Chris Paul with the steal. JJ Redick on the perimeter. He needs to get himself going. He scored the first couple baskets, hasn't done too much since. Misses that shot. Klay driving with the layup. That's a 10-0 run for the Warriors that they're on, and they do this quite often. They can just turn it up on the defensive end when they need to. Yeah, I'm not sure what JJ Redick's doing. Finds Valanciunas. Nope, nope. That's not the shot Dallas wanted. All right. Dangle has left momentarily. He will be back soon. Hassan Whiteside. Chris Paul reaching in. That's 2 on Chris Paul. 2 isn't the worst thing in the world, but you want to look out for that in case it makes 3. Jordan McRae is in for the Warriors. We have pretty big switches for both the teams. I believe that's Ian Mahinmi and Daniel Tice also in for the Warriors. In for the Mavericks is Nene, who fouls Daniel Tice. Tice bricks the first free throw. That was not pretty. Still a 1-point lead as Stream God JJ Barea has entered the game as the Dallas Mavericks call a much-needed timeout. And Stream God JJ Barea averaging 16 points in 16 minutes these playoffs. Barea shooting about 60% and 67% from 3. Absolutely ridiculous numbers. All right, back down on the other end. Steph Curry. Still in the game for the Warriors as he gets to go. Dwight Powell also in it, as well as Glenn Robinson III. Not the deepest bench for Dallas, but Dwight Powell is a terrific player, and last year he was kind of the meme of the Mavericks team. He was a beast. Anyway, Steph Curry gets an open three. He doesn't miss those very often. That one does a little deeper than it needed to be. Back on the other end, JJ Barea. Gets to TJ McConnell. They're running a two white point guard lineup. JJ Barea clanks the layup. Back on the other end, Kevin Durant. Fouled by Nene, who has somehow racked up 2 fouls in about 2 minutes. Guess that's what he's in for. Kevin Durant at the line for 2. First free throw is good. Durant at the line for our second free throw as we are just about to wrap up the first quarter here. Second free throw good. Mavericks can get the last shot if they want to. JJ Barea says, I want the shot. Yep, JJ Barea is going to take a deep three. No good. A very, very, very questionable shot selection there. Well, we're back in the second quarter, and first appearance from Patty Mills in the game today as Steph Curry takes a rest. And a big part of the Warriors' success in games 1 and 3, I think, because Patty averaging about 10 points per game, much needed boost off the bench. Justin Holiday back in. He was starting today. Klay Thompson also back in. It's a contested, too. That's an impressive shot by Klay Thompson. Back in on the other end. JJ Barea is blocked by Klay Thompson. Back up. And in. And one for Stream legend JJ Barea. You will never see anything like this man. Patty Mills. Patty Mills back on the other end. Tice. Looking for Klay Thompson, who could have popped out there. Instead, does not. Instead, Daniel Tice.
DJ.
Oh, welcome back to our color commentator, Dangle.
Yeah, I had to use restroom break, we'll say, right? Good excuse.
Well, welcome back to the game. We've had a very close, contested game. Your thoughts on the game so far?
I'm not necessarily surprised it's close, but it's been a pretty good game. I mean, Dallas got to the hot start, and I expected Golden State to come back, but they came back a lot sooner than I would have thought with how hot Dallas started out. It'll be interesting to see how Dallas does with the starters out there for extended minutes later on again.
Well, a few buckets in a row for Dallas now as the tide seems to be turning again. Klay Thompson misses an open three. And shots like the Ian Mahinmi fadeaway mid-range are not ones that Golden State wants.
What's the percentages on that, do you think, BJ?
Low. I'd say below 25%. Oh, that's TJ McConnell. My apologies. Yeah, if it was JJ Barea, he would have made it, so that makes sense.
JJ Barea is averaging 36 points per 36 minutes, so a good stat line, I'd say.
Pretty impressive. Bucket goes for Patty Mills. JJ Barea gives to McConnell. Back to Barea. Barea, no good. Good defense by Klay Thompson there. No good. Justin Holiday blocked by Nene, who already has 2 fouls still in the game, though. That's more or less what he's in for. TJ McConnell, great pass to Dwight Powell. That's a great find. I thought McConnell was get blocked there. Quick adjustment from him. Patty Mills. Over to Klay Thompson, who was in the post for some reason. Gets it to Justin Holiday. Wide open for 3. No good. Ian Mahinmi. What is he doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? Oh. He's somehow
that wasn't a 3-second call.
That was about
seemed like he was down there forever.
7 seconds. So TJ McConnell or JJ Barea, one of them, they look the same. I believe that's McConnell, though. Misses the layup. Patty Mills.
Nice look, too.
Yeah, that was a good look. You got to make those if you want to beat the Golden State Warriors.
Exactly.
Ooh, and that's the 3rd foul on Nene.
It's a tough blow for the Mavericks.
No, it's Nene. So I mean, not the worst thing that could happen, but still not ideal for he's a backup big.
And have another Brazilian off the bench. Blow.
Maybe. JJ Barea over to TJ. McConnell has Tice on him. Think he'd maybe try to blow past him. Instead, we have an illegal screen for point guard TJ McConnell.
Had a rough few minutes there, McConnell. He's missed a few shots, had that illegal screen there. Not what you want out of your bench to be able to do.
Hassan Whiteside in the post on Nene. He picks up his 4th foul. He's played like 6 minutes. And 1 for Hassan Whiteside. He gets the free throw to go. 4-point lead for Golden State. And Nene is still in after 4 fouls.
Can he foul out way through the 2nd quarter?
I am interested to see if that will happen. This rate, he'll be gone by like the next 3 minutes. Glenn Robinson III gets it out to JJ Barea, pump fakes, and instead takes that shot. Definitely did not need to pump fake. Definitely should have taken it on the catch there. Steph Curry has re-entered the game. No good though. Good defense by the Mavericks. Help defense needed there. Glenn Robinson III gets an open lane to the bucket. He puts it in.
He didn't play only played in 2 of the games, which is interesting, but some playing time here, so we'll see how he does.
He's been getting some run today. Steph Curry hits the 3. Comes around the screen, just too much separation there. I have not seen Al-Farouq Aminu yet today, who's played 21 minutes per game so far in this series.
Oh, looking at his stats, he's averaged 2 points per game in minutes, so
he may not
ideal.
Also, Nene had only played in 1 game prior to this, but he's playing a big role in fouling the entire Warriors team today.
Might be part of the strategy.
Maybe. I mean, Guy has his interesting strategies. Valanciunas is absolutely destroyed. Chris Paul trying to make a move on Steph. Chris Paul for 3. No good. Not enough ball movement right now for the Dallas Mavericks.
They're settling, that's
for sure. And Steph Curry gets the easy 2 on the other side.
Starting to looking good for Dallas right now with Golden State kind of pulling away here. They got to get a run or figure out something, or else they're going to be another blow up for BJ.
Chris Paul takes a mid-range jumper. That's his bread and butter right there. Need to get more of those kind of looks at Chris Paul. He hasn't done too much on the offensive end yet. The Warriors have so many threats; it's hard to defend them all at once. Hassan Whiteside dribbling in, good defense there by Jonas Valanciunas. Reddick pulls up for three. Yeah, that's just not. You got to get the ball to Reddick coming around a screen or something.
Yeah, they've taken a lot of shots with like threes with guys just sitting there right in their face.
Yeah, and especially with 20 seconds left in the shot clock. That's not. Jonas Valanciunas gets in the paint. Mavericks should probably make a concerted effort to get in the paint more.
Valanciunas is shooting close to 70%, so it's like a guy you kind of want to feed.
Hassan Whiteside. Oh, that's not sure where Valanciunas was there. Johnny is commenting on your silky smooth voice.
Johnny.
And for some reason, Evan Fournier decided to pick up the ball out of bounds. So that is Warriors ball.
It's been an ugly game so far, or ugly second quarter, I should say, for Dallas.
Yeah, it's been a much lower scoring game than the previous couple.
They're so lucky to be in it for what they are. It's still a close game, and they're making some really bad shots, making some really poor mistakes.
The Warriors haven't been in the best flow offensively either, as we see there. Hassan Whiteside.
Round one Warriors.
Hassan Whiteside dribbling for 10 seconds and taking a jumper is not what you need.
Warriors only get better as the playoffs go on, so them to
yep, they're
shooting 70% from the field in Western Conference Finals.
This is their annual lose 2 games in the first round. So, however, Daniel Tice says, "No thanks. I'll get the N1." Tice converts on the N1. Timeout for Dallas. Probably a good timeout by Dallas. They really don't want Golden State to extend the lead to 10 or 12. It's, when they get the lead up to double digits, that's when they really start taking over the game.
I agree.
Starting lineup back for Dallas is Reddick. Takes the 3, no good. On the other end, Steph Curry, guarded by J.J. Redick. Kevin Durant. He's going to... Nope, that's not the shot he wants. However, Whiteside with the board. Such a force in the paint, especially during a contract year. Chris Paul needs to get his team going again. Their offense has stagnated significantly here in the second quarter. Chris Paul, mid-range, no good. Valanciunas to the board, back up and in. Both teams working the offensive boards here in the last couple minutes. Valanciunas already has a double-double with 10 points and 11 rebounds. Certainly an impressive showing from him, though. He's allowed some rebounds to Hassan Whiteside on the other end. Steph Curry. Hassan Whiteside puts it in, and Whiteside's becoming more and more of a force in the paint today.
He's been doing really well rebounding, but I'm surprised he's only averaging just over 10 points per game this series. He's a lot during the regular season. A lot of streams he really tore it up and was like he could be the final piece in the finals gauntlet for the Warriors.
Well, I'd assume here in the playoffs, the Warriors' game plan is much more focused on their top 3 scorers, especially with them being able to set more settings and stuff like that. But Whiteside will have his game, but he'll go off for 20 and 15. Justin Holiday, someone who will not have games where he will 20 and 15, misses that one. Chris Paul back on the other end, takes the 3, no good. Dallas really needs those to go in. They've been missing a lot of 3-point attempts. As Chris Paul steals it again, and Aaron Gordon the slam. It's kind of encouraging for Dallas because Chris Paul, their best player, has not been playing well, and they're still in this game.
Overall, they've just been kind of for most of the game. I mean, the Warriors haven't necessarily been perfect either, but Dallas should be happy to be as close as they are.
For sure. Klay Thompson now 4 for 10 shooting. He's missed some open shots in the second quarter. It's helped Dallas keep the game close as Chris Paul makes it a 2-point game again. Closing out the half very strong, Dallas is 6-0 run for them now. Curry comes off the screen, no good. JJ Redick with the board. Redick takes it back out and gives it to Chris Paul. Paul takes the mid-range. That's his shot. No good. Valanciunas cannot convert. Got to make those. Thompson back to Curry. Curry trying to sauce. Curry, no good. And a 52-50 lead for Golden State going into the half.
I think their team's just so happy with how they've played, but Dallas is happy to be within 2 of the Warriors because they are still the Warriors, and if Guy expects to win, it's still a team to beat.
Absolutely. I am told we are going to have a Guy in for a halftime interview, the Dallas Mavericks owner. Waiting for him to appear here. Well, Whiteside and Valanciunas both have double-doubles early here in the game. Just a halftime. Oh, here we go. Guy, you here?
I'm here.
All right. So, how'd you see that first half go?
I'm happy with the results. It's a close game. I don't expect to blow out Golden State by any means. So as long as we keep it a close game, I think it's a winnable game.
We've seen a somewhat disappointing performance from Chris Paul so far. How do you guys to get him going?
Last game he shot 10 for 27. I don't know if anyone saw that. It's rough watching Chris Paul out there shoot this poorly. Once knowing his shooting attributes. So hopefully he maybe he'll take some drives, get Whiteside in some foul trouble. That would be ideal. But whether or not they do that is completely up to 2K.
Dangle, you got any questions?
I was gonna ask. There's been quite a few times where your players tend to chuck up a 3 with a guy in their face. I think that's a cause of your system or just poor play by the players?
I'm going to say that that's poor play by the players. That is not the system that I'm running. The shoot while the defender is in your face is not the offensive approach that I took. I don't know if y'all have noticed, y'all talk about Barea so much, but, Barea, once he gets the ball, he tends to be a very ISO-minded player. And so he will take that shot. Same thing for Chris Paul, and he'll take that shot as well. And I think that those are the 2 that we've really seen it from, except for that one from JV, which I don't know what he was thinking there.
All right. Thanks for stopping by. Any last thoughts before we get back to the game here?
Hey, I'm just happy to see another good game out of both teams, and hope everyone makes it out of the series healthy.
All right. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Hey, y'all take care.
Yeah.
Sure, man. All right, as we get back into the second half.
What's been wrong with the series? It's been a pretty dang good series.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm excited to be commentating on this series. And wow, a fancy pass there from Steph Curry to Whiteside to start the second half.
I mean, be smart if the Warriors could be aggressive with Whiteside this game, considering that Nene's got a bunch of fouls, so Mavericks are lacking some potential court depth there with Nene fouls out, so see what happens.
Yeah, so for sure, and Hassan here at the free throw line. He limps his. He's shooting from pretty far behind the free throw, but makes the first one. Guy said the last part of his interview was a threat to the Warriors players.
Oh.
Well, we hope for no injuries. Luckily there haven't been any major injuries so far in the playoffs. We hope it will stay that way, specifically against teams playing the Warriors, because that always seems to happen.
Oh yeah, they've always had a way to necessarily injure someone. It always seems to go in their favor. Although I don't think it would have mattered in any of the cases.
Yeah, probably not. But if you guys had Giannis last year, it would have been significantly more interesting.
It was tough last year in the finals without Giannis. We ended up having to play in Game 4 for 3 minutes, which isn't necessarily what you want to do in the finals.
Well, as we get back to it, Chris Paul makes a shot, and that's a good sign for Dallas. He shot 3 for 11 in the first half. This guy said 10 for 27 in the last game. Yeah, Clay has not been hitting on those today. He's usually money from the wings. Back on the other end, we've got Aaron Gordon guarded by Whiteside on the perimeter. Gets to Chris Paul, another mid-range shot, no good. To Valanciunas, and one.
That's what you want to see if you're a Mavericks fan.
Valanciunas has been all over the boards today, and it's really kept the Mavericks in the game.
At 15 and a half.
Yeah, and yeah, he's their leading scorer so far in this game. I believe he's their third leading scorer in the playoffs, averaging about 16 points a game. Already surpassed that in this game. He's also averaging 15 rebounds a game in the playoffs. Also already surpassed that.
Yeah.
I think.
The big reason why Dallas is in this at the moment. Huge reason.
For sure, and the Warriors going with Tice to start the second half rather than Justin Holiday, which I would expect them to start Tice, honestly, but you know, still a 1-point game here. Kevin Durant. Yeah, that's too easy for Kevin Durant, and you got to get a hand up in his face to have any chance of him missing. Fournier in the post to Valanciunas. Valanciunas no good on that one. That's probably not the highest percentage shot they could have come up with. Curry no good. Drives to the baseline, but misses that one. As back on the other end, we have Evan Fournier. A lob to Aaron Gordon. Terrific play by the Dallas Mavericks. Great cohesiveness. And dunk contest champion Aaron Gordon with the slam.
They're starting to get going a little bit here. They're hot start to a half. We'll see if it continues. We're going to have to get up on the defensive end here because Warriors aren't slowing down either.
Chris Paul gives to JJ. Gordon looking for the ball. Instead, he sets a screen for JJ Redick. Yeah, JJ Redick's doing a little bit too much handling the ball for my liking right now. Oh,
I've noticed
Curry
that too.
pulls up.
Oh. It's gross. It's gross.
Absolutely nasty. Chris Paul into the post. Jonas Valanciunas. Valanciunas gets to Evan Fournier in the middle and one. The foul on Durant. Great job by Evan Fournier. Dallas just still hanging around in this game, keeping it within, 7, 8 points. Not letting Golden State extend that lead to 10. Curry, no good. Great defense, great help defense. Into the paint, and Aaron Gordon gets the slam. Back to a 2-point game. Whiteside. Over to Steph Curry. Tice the ball. Takes a jumper. It's good. Daniel Tice. 7 points in this game. He's also a plus 10. He's been a positive influence on their team. So.
They always seem to do a little bit better when he's in. I mean, he's not like a flashy player, but he gets the job done, that's for sure.
For sure. And, I've gotten the opportunity to watch him a lot as a Celtics fan, and I completely agree. He's definitely a guy you want to have on your team.
He's a winning player. That's a definition of a winning player right there.
For sure. And I was a little surprised to not see him starting this game. Durant. Oh, he botches that layup. I'm not sure how he missed it. Chris Paul. Driving. Aaron Gordon blocked by Hassan Whiteside. Got to go up stronger than that, especially if you're Aaron Gordon. Whiteside.
You're a center.
Yeah. True. He and about 3 missed layups in a row, back to back. Not the prettiest sight. Chris Paul misses, and Valanciunas. Oh, Valanciunas really making his presence felt. If I'd pick anyone, I'd say he's been the MVP of this game so far.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's been the real difference maker for Dallas, whereas Warriors have been more of an effort from the I've seen.
Long 2 from Steph Curry there. Did you see he averaged about 26 during the regular season? He's ramped that up to 30 in the playoffs. As we've got a timeout from Dallas, 4-point game still, but maybe looking to get their guys a little bit of a quick rest.
It'll be interesting to see any rotations come in and who's out.
Yeah, have we seen Kobe White today? I don't think we have.
I don't think so.
He played the first 3 games. He started game 1, I believe. And he's averaging 3.5 points on 21% shooting, so not ideal. Redick for 3, no good. And Durant just drives right by everyone and slams it down. Dallas looking lost there. But it looks like we have the same lineups in.
Looks like they have. I don't know if that's twice now I've seen Chris Paul and Kevin Durant. I don't know if that's a matchup. And seen it earlier, but I don't know if that's who they want guarding Durant.
Yeah, and Durant gets 2 easy fast break dunks. Just drives by everyone. 8-point lead, and this is the point where Dallas has been able to prevent it from getting any farther than this. This is big for them right now. And I don't know if Valanciunas standing there is what they need to do. Fade away, no good.
He's go up strong when he's got Tice on him. He's got a size advantage. He's got to use it.
Oh, he pulled up from very, very far out.
On fire too. You think that would have been in? Yeah,
showing the utmost confidence in himself, as he always does. JJ Redick, too much off the dribble shooting for JJ Redick. He's just dribbling too much. Durant for 3, and that's good. 11-point lead for the Warriors.
It showed Redick was 4 for 12. What you want from him?
Yeah, and their backcourt, Paul and Redick, have just not shot the ball very well today. And as much as Valanciunas is keeping them in this game, they've been almost shooting them out of it. Valanciunas and one.
Been huge for them.
Dominating the game in the paint. Gets the free throw to go. 8-point lead for Golden State.
Dallas has to pull this off. They can thank him for 3 or 4 quarters.
Steph Curry. He's contested there, but no one there to stop Hassan Whiteside from getting the easy putback. And that's the risk you take by double teaming Steph, especially when he's shooting. You got Hassan Whiteside in there to just eat up the boards. And, you know, with that trade that Golden State made, it just made him even stronger, I think, with Whiteside and Draymond.
It definitely was a win for them overall. It made sense for both teams at the time, I think, with what they wanted to do, but decided and become a beast, whereas Draymond's kind of hurt off a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got an 8-point game now. After yet another bucket from Jonas Valanciunas. He's carrying the Dallas offense right now. Curry driving to the that's just too easy though. You can't let that happen if you're Dallas. The Warriors already have 27 points this quarter with 4 minutes left to go. Could be pushing 40 by the end. Yes, this offense from Dallas is too stagnant. They need to get some all movement, you know. Great shot there by Chris Paul, but that's not always gonna go in, and they need to find some open shots. Durant for 3, no good. Valanciunas with what's probably his 20-something rebound, and Redick takes the mid-range, no good. He's been off today, and it's hurt them. Thompson back to Durant. Kevin Durant. Quick jumper, no good. Redick over to Chris Paul. Paul driving, another mid-range. That one's good. Chris Paul's heating up a little bit, and that's what they're going to need. Oh, and great defense by Chris Paul. Mavericks ball.
It's a big turn of events for them. They can get it close by the end of the third.
And the Warriors' big 3 guys have been taken out.
And Nene is coming in for Mavericks, so.
Yes, he is.
The Warriors brought in their free throw shooters.
TJ McConnell and JJ Barea also back in for Dallas. Barea driving in, blocked by Whiteside. Klay Thompson on the perimeter into Hassan Whiteside, being guarded by JJ Barea. This is not going to end well. It's good. Oh, and Barea drives right past the defense and is swatted by Whiteside. Yeah.
It looked good at first.
It did, but easy closeout there from Whiteside as we have Valanciunas exiting the game. Dwight Powell is back into the game. Where do you think the Dallas needs to find their offense in this lineup?
They've had some success going inside here. The guard shooting outside has not been working.
Well,
wow.
Mr. Four fouls himself, Nene.
Pumped.
Misses the free throw, but still gets 2 to go. Patty Mills. To Klay. Klay for 3. That one's good. Klay will look to take on a lot more of the offensive workload with Curry and Durant resting. Nene on the perimeter. Not a good idea. Glenn Robinson to Barea. Barea for 3. Hits it. Airstream legend JJ Barea making an appearance after.
Yeah, finally coming out.
Very slow start. Patty Mills. Looking for Klay. Klay's got the Gatorade symbol. He'll still take it and miss. Patty,
They're getting into it.
Yep, and Dwight Powell in the paint. Another burst at the end of the quarter for Dallas. They did this at the end of the second as well.
That's what they needed. Their only chance, I think, is really to keep it close and steal one with the way this game is going on. So
Patty Mills gets a 2 in the paint. Mavericks will look to make the most of their likely last possession of the quarter. Nene. Glenn Robinson III only has 5 seconds left. Gets to Barea. Barea for 3. That's good. He's heating up. Klay Thompson dribbling. 4 seconds. 3, 2. He'll have to launch from 35 feet. No good. And a 3-point lead for the Warriors.
I think the Mavericks will take that.
Yeah, definitely. They were down 11 at one point, and it wasn't looking great for them, but they were able to cut it back down here. And well, here we go. What we've all been waiting for. Since Game 3 ended, the fourth quarter.
This is also a time game. Like I said, we were talking earlier about this is a must-win, and Dallas can close and steal this. That'll be huge for their chances in the series. I mean, although it could still be low, but even it up at 2-2, 2 more wins.
Yes, and I'm not sure what happened there. Looks like Patty Mills batted the ball out of bounds, so it will stay Mavericks ball. Glenn Robinson III gets around the pick, and a nice move from Glenn Robinson. 1-point lead for the Golden State Warriors. Bench unit almost entirely in for the Warriors. As we get a foul on Dwight Powell.
This is when the Mavericks are going to want to get the lead back here, and then they can pull it from the Warriors starters get back.
Yep, good defense there. Glenn Robinson III looking to take the lead for the Mavs. McConnell in the paint. That's not the shot they want. Too closely contested. Holiday into Durant. Kevin Durant slams it down. Warriors have been able to effectively stagger their players' minutes while their other starters get rest. Barea's blocked from 3-point range. Yeah, see, JJ Barea either makes it or gets blocked. There's no in between. As we see another easy fast break dunk for Kevin Durant. Questionable, but it works. JJ Barea. High volume shooter. Patty Mills back on the other end. These two are going right at each other.
Oh, the Goliath.
Dude, I literally can't tell the difference between TJ McConnell and JJ Barea. Like, they're the same person. Barea in the paint.
McConnell's 9 for. They also got 7 and 9 are kind of.
Yeah, they're so close. They're so similar. I don't.
It's a term we can use that is generic enough and isn't offensive.
Yeah.
Frick's guard? I don't know. Just gonna have to keep guessing.
Justin Holiday, rebound by TJ. Mavs can take the lead, have another opportunity to take the lead again. They haven't led since the first quarter. Barea drives past. Barea, a layup. He's caught fire again.
Ooh.
The Mavericks
is out. Brea's stepping up.
This is their hot start. Patty Mills posting up on McConnell. Gets to Justin Holiday. No good. Starting him has not worked out for them.
Yeah, he's had a rough game.
Nene gets to Perea. JJ Perea! What in the world is Justin Holiday doing? Just falls on his back for no reason. I don't think Perea even touched him.
Might be a flopping fine right there.
Yeah, definitely. 10,000 out of his pocket for sure. Justin Holiday again. No good. He is throwing up a lot of bricks. Perea in the paint. No good. Misses that one final. Back down the other end. Quick action. Patty Mills. Over to Kevin Durant. Was that a three? It was. Three-pointer for Durant ties the game with 8 minutes left. Mavs have a bunch of subs coming back in. McConnell driving. Easy layup for him. Great find by JJ Perea. Timeout for Golden State. As Dallas is gone on a run here to start the...
There's full starters back in, you think?
I'd assume so. Unless they wanted to leave JJ Perea in a little longer. He has been on fire when he's not getting blocked. Looks like you got Redick guarding Daniel Tice, though. Whole Warriors starters, except we got Daniel Tyson instead of Justin Holiday.
Valanciunas is back in as well.
Yep. Curry. Almost stolen. Instead, Klay Thompson gets fouled by Valanciunas. First free throw's good.
Still a lot of time left. Valanciunas is 3.
Yeah. Nene ended up not picking up his 5th foul after 4 fouls in about 4 minutes in the first half.
Best Stern talking to.
Yep. He was threatened to be cut in the middle of the playoffs. Chris Paul into Valanciunas, fouled by Klay Thompson. Klay returns the favor. 23 for Valanciunas. Make it 24.
Ironically, he's had one of his worst games in terms of shooting the ball, field goal percentage wise.
Well, they've looked at him a lot today, so that's probably why. Durant misses the 3, even though he's got takeover. Great defense by Dallas. They've ramped it up on the defensive end here to start the 4th. Foul. Oh, yeah, no. That's not it. And Durant will get a... Oh, he passes. Passes over to Klay.
A team player.
Yep. Gets fouled. It's the first. Second free throw is good. Chris Paul. Still a tie game here with just under 7 to go. No good from Paul. Guess who it is, though? It's Jonas Valanciunas.
He's got a foul, too.
Yeah, certainly could have already, certainly already has a 2020 game. And we'll see how much more he can get. As a foul, 3rd foul by Chris Paul. The Warriors are already in the bonus.
Team foul already. Wow, that's not what you want for especially the Warriors, who are very good at free throw shooting.
Yep, and just like the last 3 possessions have all been fouls, somewhat unnecessary fouls from Dallas. Redick, please stop this man from dribbling the ball. Chris Paul, mid-range shot, no good. Whiteside with the rebound. Curry into Durant. Easy money for Kevin Durant. Paul. Oh, there's a guy open in the middle. Could not get it to Evan Fournier in the paint there. Instead gets to Aaron Gordon, who is snatched, but Chris Paul gets a lucky bounce.
A play.
Ties the game up again. Here we notice the Mavericks have taken 18 more shots than the Warriors. So that tells us the Warriors have taken a lot of free throws, and the Mavs have gotten a lot of offensive rebounds.
Well, I say free throws right now are about. Warriors have around, I would say 15, 20. I saw the Mavericks had about 8. Had 2 in the first half.
Certainly a large difference. Redick gets to Gordon. Redick, screen by Valanciunas. Redick for 3. It's good! The Mavs take the lead again with under 5 to go.
Big shot. They needed that. I would say that was ridiculous.
Oh, and Klay Thompson slams it in a crowd. Don't see that every day. Paul and Redick just going back and forth. Redick finds Paul in the paint. No, he misses the layup. Big miss there for Chris Paul. Curry back at the other end, takes a fadeaway, spinning. No good. Aaron Gordon.
First got bailed out there.
Fournier drives, no good.
The shots by both teams.
Oh, and that's a big shot from Klay Thompson. 4-point lead for Golden State. Chris Paul driving. Not sure what he's doing. What is he doing? Redick. Oh, Redick gets it to go. A little scoop layup there.
Never works.
For sure. Curry takes the 3. No good. Rebound Gordon. Just over 3 minutes left in this game. Still an incredibly tight game. Gordon on the perimeter here. Being guarded by Curry. This is the matchup they can take advantage of. Instead, Chris Paul. To Fournier. They'll have to force a bad shot. And, oh, Lord. That is a disappointing possession for the Warriors. I mean, the Mavericks.
Yeah. They with most of everything right now when you're down to the Warriors in the final minutes here, and that's not how you want to end a possession.
Curry to Whiteside. Whiteside, cannot get the... But he'll go to the line as Fournier fouls him. Warriors have taken 19 free throws. The Mavs have taken only 8. So this will be 21 for the Warriors as Whiteside hits them both. Back to a 4-point lead. Under 3 to go now. Timeout from Dallas. Who do you think the Mavs should go to this stretch run?
Or for rotation here, or for the end of the game?
In terms of the end of the game, just who should they look to get buckets for?
With Valanciunas the hot hand, or you got to hope that it goes back to his form from some earlier games.
And this is not a good start, though, as another foul, shockingly.
I want that out of a timeout. Oh, directly into turnover to a foul.
Now a 6-point lead. The air has been taken out of this arena a little bit, but one bucket could change a lot of things here. Still very close game. Chris Paul driving. Fournier in the corner. Fournier, mid-range shot. That one's good. Back to a 4-point lead for the Warriors. Been a very quiet day for Evan Fournier, but it's the ones at the end that mean the most. Warriors come right back and take a timeout.
Your guys here for the last run. I feel good when you're up 4 if you're the Warriors right now.
Absolutely. So many offensive threats for them to go to close out a game.
They don't have to worry about someone being cold because they have.
Oh
yeah,
that's
and
just,
then
That's bad defense. Bad.
Don't need
defense.
Steph Curry out there to get that shot.
Chris Paul trying to make a move on Klay Thompson. Drives past him, gets the and one. That's a huge bucket for Chris Paul.
Is
Not
big.
the best, not the best of shooting days for him, but he cuts it to a 3-point lead. Less than 2 minutes to go here.
They need to D up here and close out the game. Not easy to do when you're playing the Warriors.
It's not. Klay looks like he may have had an opportunity there. Does not take it. He takes that. No good. Ties the board and he slams it over Valanciunas. Wow. The Mavs needed to get that rebound there. They had played a good defensive possession up to that point.
All you hope for is to get a miss and a rebound. It's got that rebound.
Chris Paul. Gordon is fouled by Whiteside. I'm not sure there was a need to foul there if you're Hassan Whiteside. Gordon. No, he misses the second. That's a killer. Dog 7. Back to the other end. Steph Curry. No, that's just too easy for him. 6-point lead again. Dallas is going to need a quick bucket or 3 here. Redick flashing open. Nope. Chris Paul for 3. No.
They had Redick there.
Yep. Yeah, they had Redick. He was wide open. Curry. Oh, for the dagger. Oh, he hits it. That is the dagger. What a step back 3.
This is tough for the Mavericks. He's played really close games with the Tampa Warriors squad and just closed them out at the end.
Well, it's the same story as every year. We're all waiting for it to end, but won't be today. So great performance by the Warriors today to close this one out, and hats off to the Mavericks. They've made this series extremely exciting and competitive. As Curry gets another shot, yup, that's money. Cash dollars for Curry.
Mavericks made quite a few mistakes, and the Warriors took advantage of them to win this game.
I'm talking like the series is over. I mean, yeah, it's not technically over. It's 3-1, but
3-1 versus the Warriors. That's tough.
Going to the Bay Area again. I mean, I don't see it. I don't see it. But again, just a great performance from the Mavericks these last few games. Not too many were expecting this. So.
Yeah, they really shut up a lot. A lot of people I think would have had them as one of the lower teams in the playoffs, and this would be an easy sweep. You got a cough there, BJ. You okay?
No, I'm doing all right. It was just a
okay.
momentary.
It sounded like you had monotone.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Maybe. So so the Warriors making 11 threes in that game, and the stat line from Valanciunas is pretty. It was 26 and 25. Again, JJ Barea contributing his 15, just as he does every game. Nene contributing his 4 fouls. But on the other end, just the
X's and Nene 4 fouls.
the three studs on the Warriors just get it done. You know, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant playing 43 and 42 minutes. And whoa, Hassan Whiteside triple-double with blocks. Wow.
He's driving some witches here side, right?
Yeah, it just every time JJ Barea drove into the paint, it was bad news for the Mavericks.
That's was smiling on his face every time JJ Barea dribbled that ball.
Yep. All right, so that's it for us today. We got Kings Thunder coming up, Game 4. Maybe we'll see if the Thunder can close that out or if the Kings can extend it. Any last thoughts, Dangle?
I just the stuff kind of echoing that the Mavericks have played a really good series. They've kind of put a little scare in the Warriors, but it's the Warriors and play perfect to beat them. And this wasn't the they played today.
All right. That's all for us today. Thanks for tuning in, and goodbye.